Hey everyone, happy Saturday. I am not in my garage as you can see. I am out in the woods. Actually, I'm here to work on this. We got a 20-foot tracker Sun Tracker pontoon boat. Let me show you what I'm doing. So, I'm back up. I was here a couple weekends ago. I did a stereo on this thing. Let me show you here. So it came with from the factory this radio, this kicker, and then two speakers down there. They were garbage. It had an amp underneath here, sounded like crap. So customer wanted to change some speakers, so we got a couple of kickers there, and then we added speakers up front here in these little storage compartments and live well, or no, they're just storage, they're not live well. So we got that, and then I added those two kicker amps. One is for the 4-channel, or the top one I believe is for the 4-channel, bottom one's for the 10-inch JL free air sub. And so got that all done a couple weekends ago. I was gonna do lights and everything, interior lighting, outside the deck lighting, and freaking order didn't show up. Amazon, I ordered everything through Amazon, I think, and they shipped UPS, and there was a storm on the East Coast that caused a delay. Anyways, I'm back this weekend now to do all the lights, and let me show you. So that has lights in the grill, RGB, and you can wire it so that one color only. So you can pick your 3 colors, or you can put a controller behind it, which JL wants like $230 for the controller. Standard LED controller will work. The kickers, and he didn't know this when he bought them, but the kickers also have lights behind the grills, so they'll light up. So I'm going to put a LED strip up there, an LED strip down there along the floor to light this area up, and then an LED strip kind of by that courtesy light, in this general area, along with lighting up all of the speakers and the outside rings around the boat, and I'll show you out there in a second. The other thing I did last weekend, or the last time I was here, is I installed this battery switch so you can shut his batteries off and control, now that he's running a little bigger stereo. And then we added this charger, the NoCo Genius 10 times 2, so it'll do 10 amps on this battery, and then we're feeding 10 amps to the other battery underneath there for the stereo. We did 2 Optimum Blue Tops, which are Marine Optimas. This one here, I've got a tray for. I'm going to take it out of my way. I'm going to take all this crap out of my way, actually. I'm going to hook up his trolling motor as well as battery. I'm going to tie that into this battery via a circuit breaker, so when he's charging, he can charge that battery as well. He's got a shore power. The other thing I did was I put a shore power plug right there too, so that he can just plug his boat in, hooks the charger up, works just fine. Alright, so I took a quick break there. So we're doing lighting around the edges there. I'm going to put a strip underneath here and then down the other side. Got all my wires. I'm showing you, I'm making up that front strip right now. So I'm got all my wires in. The 4-wire I bought has I'm using yellow for green and white for blue, red and black. Black's gonna be the power. Red is ground, or red is red, R of the RGB. So looks like I gotta separate that wire just a little bit. But got those soldered up. Got this end made up here. So she kind of twisted when it cooled. I should probably heat that up and reform that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I can't turn you around for some reason. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna continue working on this. I'll show you guys the progress as I go, and yeah, that's I'm gonna stick some LEDs on, and I'll show you wiring when I'm all done. Hey, I'm back. It's been a few hours. Can kind of show you my progress. I'm just about to run my main feed. So I haven't tied anything up yet, but I've got my wires ran. Starting to drop things under the boat. A couple of drops. I gotta feed that one up. My hole was too small on that side. We're going up though. We're gonna start feeding some wires down. Got my strip installed there. I went a full strip there. I originally had 30 inches, but I went with the 39 after I put one up against it. It looked really cool. And there's that one. I overlapped that one a little bit. Basically, I tried to line up where the LEDs can be cut, and that was the best size for that. It overlaps a little. I'm making you dizzy here, but yeah, you can kind of see there on the corner. It's not going to get snagged. I mean, you can't catch it on your legs if you tried. It can overhang a little bit. Actually, I could have gone bigger. So right now I've got my feed for this area, for this side. So this wire here coming up, I'm going to Y into plugging in this light. This is this strip. I'm going to make a feed that's going to follow kind of the speaker wire underneath there and around to come in and it's going to Y off and feed the light in the back there and this speaker. So then this feed it'll split between this light, then over to that speaker and that light, and then Y off into the speaker, and then the other part will go over and come out under there. This I'm going to run start going down, and that's going to feed to that corner. Going to go up inside that box. It's going to Y off, and then that's it, because I put an LED strip along the front, so that's going to carry into this box where the strip going down that side also comes into, and I'll tie it in with the speaker. So then that'll all feed that. These are not directional LEDs, which means they don't chase or anything. They're just solid colors. So I'm able to do it this way. If I would have bought chasing ones, my mind would be fried on trying to make sure I do all the, getting them to dance properly, or getting them to, what do you call it, chase properly. That would have been a pain. So I'm getting there. It's just a lot of tedious stuff, and I'm nervous because had a little soldering those wires onto the strips. It can be tedious. If you get a little bit of solder across. I haven't tested any of these strips before I mounted them. So good news is I got plenty of leftovers. If one's screwed up and I can't fix it while it's on the boat, I can make myself another one and put it in here. It's not the end of the world. So but yeah, that's where I'm at. I've got to put a switch for powering it on. I'm gonna put one right here, and then I just got to mount everything. Oh, I didn't show you the head. I added the base knob too, so you can control the sub. That's what that is. All right. Okay, I'll be back with some updates. I gotta get my vacuum in here too, and that'll be the last thing I do, unless I'm starting to close things up. Yeah. I'll be back. Man, I hate this. Got everything in, got it all installed, and I was going around testing the colors, and I had green worked everywhere. But when I put either red or blue, I got purple, and then I'd get red on this side. And I'm like, what the hell? So I wasn't trusting my solder to the strip. That's why there's a new strip hanging here. Wasn't trusting it. I thought, oh, maybe I got a little too much solder. They were touching. Red and blue are right next to each other on the strip. So I'm testing different things and noticed smoke coming out of the speakers every time I'd go to purple or red or blue, and it would see purple. Well, I was checking the voltages and everything. This is a 24 volt lights. These are 24 volt lights for some reason. The controller itself takes 12 volts, but then it ups it to a brighter light, 24. So when you're, and I don't know if this is gonna, if it's gonna work with those speakers now that I think about it. I might have to just change these lights altogether. I didn't know they were 24 volts. There's nothing in the brochure or anything that says it's 24 volts. I just noticed it when I was when I was soldering my strips on, or the wires on, that the LEDs say 24. Anyway, long story short, I found my problem. It wasn't anything to do down here. It was up top. So when I fed the wire in there, it was touching red and blue. That was it. But during my troubleshooting, I cut a wire. I shorted it out. And so I'm like, oh, I'll just go change my fuse. Fuse didn't blow. Controller did. So I've been testing it with 12 volts just to make sure I've got all my wires, everything's separated now. I should have done that in the first place. I should not have. I should have just, I started taking off my connections. Let me show you what I got here. Okay. Turn this light on. So I've got, oh, there we go. Power. Oh, that's my finger. Okay, so power's on this side, and then red, blue, green. Yep. So I started taking off channels. So I've got 4 groups of wires here, and it was this second one from the rear that was the problem. That was the one, and that's the only one that feeds this one. It's its own thing. It's on its own. But it was taking down this whole network. But now I screwed up my damn controller. So I got to order a new controller. But I don't know. I don't know if that controller will work with these speakers, because it does puts out a lot of voltage on. Well, I guess when I was doing green, it was only putting out 19 volts. Most LEDs are 12 or 9 to 16 volts. So I may need to do different strips altogether. This might be a different project. I might have to come back to this one. This is going to be a to be continued video, I believe. So I'm gonna end up. It's getting dark. It's like 8 o'clock now. I've been working on this thing for 8 hours. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to talk to my customer. Well, I'm going to finish installing my piece I took off there. Call my customer. He's out at a birthday party, so he's not here. I mean, even though I'm at his house, he's off. But oh, this sucks. This sucks. I think I'll ask him. I'll let him know. I don't think he knew the speakers light up. And I don't know if I can put resistors on there to dumb them down to. I don't know if it's worth it. I have a different controller at home. Man, sucks. I hate when this happens. When I do these when I do my own strips, I always bench test them just to make sure. I couldn't do that here. Everything was live. Everything was, I had the battery out. There was no power because everywhere I was working was the battery's in the way. So I should have made myself a test bench and tested everything, or bench tested. What's funny is I pulled that strip out. I was able to cut my heat shrink away without damaging the light or anything, and it wasn't touching. Like my solder wasn't touching. There was a gap there, but I think what happened was when I bent the wire or the thing into the when I bent the strip to go into the hole into the whatever the hell I'm sitting on, I think that's when it touched. So, I don't like this. I hate this. So I'm gonna have to buy another kit, or I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna get different. I'm gonna get different LEDs for them. That's just the only way to do it. That's the right way to do it, because I got my wire ran. It's really not. It wasn't that hard to do here. Yeah. That sucks. Mosquitoes are coming out. I'm gonna finish this up. This is to be continued. I'm not gonna post this video. If you see this video, follow the rest of the video here, and I'll have a conclusion on what the decision was. I'll be back. Okay, it's been 2 days since you last saw me, and since you're still watching, I've found a solution. Now, tomorrow I'm gonna go finish the boat, but I'm working on something here, just testing it. I had to order a new kit. Unfortunately, I had to buy a whole new kit for the boat, for the lights, which this time it came next day. I had less than 24 hours after I ordered it. I ordered it in his driveway and got a notification by the time I got home, and it was on my doorstep less than 12 hours later. So the last time I ordered a kit, it took a week, and I don't know why. Some weather event over on the East Coast. Anyways, so I'm in my garage, obviously, and the issue, I don't know if I said it earlier in the video, it was kind of a blur when I was racking my brain over what the hell was going on. But so I reinstalled. I got all the lights at least correct on his boat. I got there is that one speaker that the green isn't working, but I think it might be my butt splice. I think I got to check and see because green never worked, so pretty sure that that green is just not hooked up. I think the wire, they're tiny wires. They get, they can pull out of a butt splice, or they can, I may have missed it. I may have not crimped it good enough. I don't know. I'm going to check into that. If it is the speaker, well, I mean, he can return the speaker, I guess, and get a new one, because it never worked. So green was never a problem on the boat. So anyway, I figured out a solution to get the speakers. So I don't know if I explained this earlier in the video, and apologize if I'm repeating myself, but these are a 24 volt output from this controller, and the dummy. I was just, flipping really quick, trying to get something ordered quickly. Ended up ordering the kit that comes with 132 feet of LED, not 66. But I'm actually kind of glad I did. I thought I screwed it up. Let me show you. So this, the one that comes with two 66-foot rolls, which connectors on the controllers are not the same between the 16 or the 66 foot and the 132. So if you're buying this kit, it is this one. So if you buy that and are expecting to add on LEDs later, and you're not a custom installer like myself here, where I'm cutting stuff up and customizing it, making it work for me, and you rely on just plugging in these connectors, they are not the same connector. Because I unfortunately had to cut this end off of one of the LED strips so I could test the output voltage. I wanted to try and figure out how to make 24 volts work with 12 volt LEDs. And I did it. Simple, really. Just add a resistor. This one happens to be, you'll laugh at this, Radio Shack. 560 ohm resistor drops me from 24 volts on, what am I doing here? I'm messing with the, okay, so I've got Can't do this with one hand here. I've got to get you guys in my screen because I want you to see the voltage. Okay. So I've got, oop, here we go, here we go. There, oh, then it times out. Isn't that how it always goes? All right, so before I've got 24.24 going in. The other side, I've got 12.2. So plenty of reduction. So we go like that, and we go like that. So, and I did verify that, boy, when you put 24 volts to these 12 volt LEDs, they get hot. I had a longer strip than this hooked up earlier, and you could instantly smell it. But they were really bright. They worked really well. But I started I put a different I had a 2.9, I think, or 2.2 on there first, and it was good. It wasn't this bright, but these aren't even close to being warm. So no, this is great. That's working good. Those are warm ish. Yeah, maybe they're not. They're not that bad. Not even. No, I take that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself up 5 of these resistors. Just solder some wire onto them so I can crimp or solder them into the feed, the power feed going to each speaker. So I'll just do that at each speaker. Since I've got a plug, yeah, I can do it before the plug, and that should solve that problem. So now my whoops of buying a kit meant for marine, it's meant for pontoon boats. In fact, the outside of the damn box, well, it says waterproof LED for RV and boat. Let's put them on a boat. So I bought them. Nowhere in that did it mention that it was a 24 volt output or 24 volt LEDs. And honestly, I didn't even notice it until I was wiring up the third strip and went, that says 24 volts, not 12. I hope that's a typo, but it wasn't. This thing outputs 24 volts. So, it's nice. It's nice and bright. You know, they definitely, I think I get why they did it, but, actually, I really don't know why they did it. You can get just as good a brightness out of a 12 volt if you supply 12 volt to it. So I don't know. Chinese guess? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going back to his place tomorrow. I'm going to swap the controller out. So that's nice. I'm gonna leave this this little out. So around. So I cut off one of the LED strip, the wire thing, so I could split it out and do my testing. So I'm going to add a hunk of wire to this, extend it out, and then that'll allow me to wire it right into the control panel that I've got already in the boat. So that should really take 10 minutes max, fiddle farting around in there, and then maybe another 10 minutes at each speaker adding in the resistors. Yeah, so hopefully I don't jinx myself, another hour at that boat and I'll be done. He's gonna take it off to Eastern Washington on Wednesday, so tomorrow's I gotta get it done one way or another. The important part is the stereo still works, so that was the first project on that boat, was the stereo. And I'll hopefully I think I showed you guys earlier in the video of what I did. It sounds really good on that boat. Those kicker key amps are really nice, even though they're not meant for marine. That compartment that I've got them underneath the helm, it's dry. There's no signs of water ever getting in there. And the only way for water to get in there is if he submerges the boat, which at that point you got other things to worry about than whether or not your amps got wet. So, if the boat capsizes, but, they sound great. The whole boat's, it's a nice boat. It's really, really good for fishing. They enjoy fishing, and the kids love jumping off of it. It's kind of an all-in-one pontoon. 20 footer. recommend if you guys are, in the market for a 20-foot or a pontoon. Recommend it. It's nice. All right, I will be back when you see me next. I will come in and I'll show you where I'm at with everything. Hopefully the customer is not around. I hate videoing in front of the customer and stuff. So hopefully I get a chance to show you guys everything I did and complete this video. If not, maybe I just won't publish it. So thanks again for watching. I know I'm boring. I talk a lot, and that's pretty much all these videos are, is me walking through and talking. But hopefully it's your cup of tea. And thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. And I will be back. All right, I'm back on the boat. Quick update. Got everything fixed. It's working well. Show you. Turn the switch on. Got our lights. Red, green, green, and yeah. All right, we got blue there. Got blue. Here's a sub lit up. So, got her done, and I'll do a recap here in a little bit. Alright, I am, like I said earlier, I'm done with the boat. Just kind of, his family was around, and he was mowing the lawn, and his kids were in the background, and it's like, it was hard for me to talk about what I was doing with them in the background. I don't like doing it. So I'm home now. Everything turned out good. The one speaker that had the green not working, I had a loose wire in my crimp. I'd used marine grade heat shrink butt splices, and apparently I didn't grip it tight enough. I don't know. I do the pull test every time, so I was able to rewire it, and everything worked. My resistor trick worked my resistors worked to get the speakers working well. The lights all work. His subwoofer, one of the LEDs, the blue wasn't working, so that it's nothing I can do. He bought the sub used, so who knows if the previous owner lit him up or not. I don't know. He's happy with it. He's going to send me some pictures of it complete. Hopefully, I'll at the end of this video, there should be some night shots of this. I'll insert them in towards the end of the video here, and or after I'm done talking, and we'll end the video with the finished shots, I guess. So thanks for watching with me. Sorry, it's been a couple of days, and it's been a kind of a different video, and I feel a lot better about it. He's happy with it. Everything's good. So again, on to the next one. Thanks.